With the gasket right where it needs to be, you can see the amount of material we have to remove from the intake ports.
Cover them with machinist blue or Dicam. Bolt on a new gasket. We're using Mr. Gaskets. And scribe around the inside edge of the gasket.
You'll want to have your grinder speed between 10 and 12,000 RPMs or you're going to burn up all your cartridge rolls. Now most die grinders will run wide open about 18,000 RPM. Now you can regulate them 3 different ways. The first one is at the air tank on a valve. Second way, an external regulator mounted right at the back side of the tool. Or like we've got, an internal regulator built into our Matco die grinder. Now if you listen, you'll see what I mean about the speed. About halfway down, you're in the ballpark.
We're going to start with the stone in our grinder. And the idea is to remove the material inside the scribe marks. Then here's where some finesse comes into play. You want to blend or feather the now larger port and only grind 1 to 1.5 inches into it. Remember, it's better to go over it several times moderately than with one heavy pass, or else you could turn your head into a heavy piece of junk.
We're inside of our scribe marks. Everything looks good.
Now that the entry port's enlarged, you want to switch to the less coarse cartridge rows to smooth things out and go in a little further. You might start with a 40 grit for the first pass, then change to an 80 grit to finish up.
Now for the other side of the runner, you want to be really careful not to get into the valve seat area at all, or you're going to spend the extra money for a valve job. Now you can see a lot of rough casting down in this area. We're going to get rid of all of that. And up here on the short side radius, there's a ridge and a little rise. We're going to get rid of that and make it a nice smooth transition.
Unless you see rough casting bumps, you don't want to work on the area between here and the port opening. That middle area needs to stay coarse to promote fuel atomization. It may take a combination of stones and cartridges to complete the radius and bowl work. Mostly it'll take time, so be patient. Since atomization also occurs in the bowl area, while you want to get rid of any casting bumps, you want to leave it a little rough to the touch. The last step, knocking down the sharp edges of the valve guide. So, by working indoors and sitting down, you went from this to this. Looks better, ought to flow better, and well, we only have 6 more to go.